Hey there, I'm Mr. Terry. I'm a high school history teacher. Welcome back to another History Teacher Reacts video. All right, I wanted to return to something funny here today. So a new video came up from a channel that I've really been liking lately, and it's from a skit comedian named Zach Starr. And I've seen these videos come through, get suggested, that have like historical elements to them. And I've done one reaction video before, and I'll link that at the end of the video. And that one's really funny. It was history class in the year 1 million. It was hilarious. But this one just came out, and I thought it would be really funny to check out because it's called The First Meeting of World Leaders After World War II. So Zach will do some kind of dark humor stuff, and you've come to my channel through like Family Guy and stuff. I know you're prepared for that. So I'm looking forward to seeing this and hoping I can add some history to the jokes here. All right, the original video is going to be down below. Please watch that. In fact, watch that first. Original video is less than 5 minutes, so it'll be quick. All right, let's get started. So my first initial thought of First Meeting of World Leaders After World War II is it's like, is this going to be awkward? Now, the big thing though is a lot of the world leaders died with the war. Like in that last month in Europe, Hitler died, Mussolini died, and FDR all died. And then you're going to get Tojo, who's going to be executed. So like, which leaders are we talking about? Like Truman, the guys that took over after? We'll see.
Oh, this is gonna be awkward.
Surprise!
Jeez,
Wait,
just
Japan?
Kidding. What's good, America?
Why are they excited?
Hey, Japan.
What's good?
So that bomb.
Ouch, right? Well, at least you saw it coming, right?
And then that second bomb.
Kinda.
Like, what? We didn't even ask for an encore.
Well,
All right. I feel like Japan is being facetious here. Those bombs were devastating. They killed like 200,000 people. So
We thought, and then you made all your Japanese citizens go on a little forced vacation.
just to lower
Internment
the curve,
camps.
Like, who can multiply 3-digit numbers like that? Well, maybe if you picked up a textbook instead of a Happy Meal, you guys would know too. But,
I don't expect that.
he's not wrong. If you didn't know, there was a lot of distrust of Japanese Americans in the United States. And you can see why with the Pearl Harbor attacks. And one of the things the United States did was interned a lot of Japanese Americans because they potentially, they said they could have been spies. So there was this order put out, and these people were basically removed from their homes and put into camps in different parts across the United States during the war. And unfortunately, what happened was there was a lot of racism and stuff. A lot of their homes and businesses were ransacked and looted and things like that. It's kind of one of the things looking back. I don't know if they actually ever found any like actual spies with Japan. I don't know if you know of anything like that, but that's what happened. All right, China's entered. This should be really awkward with Japan because it was disgustingly brutal. Rape of Nanking.
hey, sorry I'm late.
China, welcome.
Hey, neighbor, what's good? Hey, what was it that Jesus said about neighbors? Japan,
Gosh.
you little rascals. What were you guys doing again? It was,
What was it? Oh, I am blanking right now.
oh yeah.
Genocide or
You guys were tossing babies into the air and then stabbing them with bayonets. Who thought of that?
Well, hey, that
If you can handle very dark things, you can look into the atrocities that happened in the war in China. The West has, to be honest, very much looked past it and kind of swept it under the rug because, Eurocentrism. The brutality in China against Japan was a different form of, it's not even warfare, just slaughter of people in weird ways. I mean, you heard that story, right? I mean, you heard what he said there, and it goes way deeper than that.
that was the old leadership. But let's not dwell on the past, right? Now we're just focused on
It still causes tensions
looking
between the Japanese and Chinese government.
I was looking forward at the babies being flung onto bayonets. How do you guys sleep at night?
Yeah, that was kind of messed up.
Hey, Germany.
Interestingly, a lot of these war atrocities were actually denied by the Japanese military, and a lot of the old guard, the older generation of that. A lot of Japanese citizens, from what I understand, basically went to their old age death thinking a lot of that was just lies, propaganda, fake news. But apparently the new generation, the more like current younger generation of Japanese citizens have more or less come to terms with that.
Germany.
just sit there and look pretty and sound angry like you always do. Okay. Now, China, I know it's easy to be mad at your neighbors. Like, super easy. But we need to avoid any future world wars. And
True.
the only way we're going to do that
UN time.
is to come together.
That's when the UN was created.
So we can't be anti-Japan. I'm not anti-Japan. I'm just very pro-Godzilla. Hey, hey. Hey, Korea.
By the way, we should institute it mentioned that the UN was created to hopefully avoid these type of things where the League of Nations has failed. Interesting thing, the UN Security Council, which really is the driving force of the UN, its permanent members do not include the Axis powers. Okay. Still, Allied powers are permanent members, and if you are from one of the Axis powers, you have to wait till you rotate in on that biannual basis. Still like that. So it's not on an equal field anymore.
Hey, other neighbor, what was it that Jesus said? It's gonna bug me. Like, what? So,
The Koreas.
what's happening with us? Well,
You're gonna be split in half.
We're a colony of Japan, so
Also brutal occupation
guess
for
we
decades.
got dibs. Hey, no, we had dibs. No, we totally had dibs. No, guys, what if you just split them down the middle?
Godzilla.
That way, both of you get half.
That was the UN's answer to everything, by the way. Neither of them like that.
Dibs on top. Dibs on top half. Whoever gets the bottom half gets K-pop.
Southern half is better. Resource-wise, okay, I know. Obviously, North Korea has their issues economically, but like remove the regimes involved in North and South Korea. Which part of the Korean Peninsula is actually more resource rich? Is it the North? You know.
Dibs on top. Dibs on bottom half. Okay, now that we got that settled, can we all just agree no more world wars? No, I agree. From here on, we keep it peaceful. Good? Oh, is this where the party's at?
Oh,
Here,
God.
Shut up for a sec. Hey, babe. Hey, babe.
I've had to limit a lot of coverage
I got my own
of
place now. No, it's just a room.
Israel stuff, so
I can kick him out whenever I want.
I'll let you
I'll see you then.
talk,
Yo.
make your opinions.
Hanukkah and I came early this year. You know what I'm talking about? Like, chicks love independent states. Hey, you guys remember, like, that was crazy. Right? You tell a girl you got an independent state.
Why are you even
and it's
bringing
like
that up,
panties
Germany?
Through the floor. Hey, I have an idea. No, because your ideas lead to world wars. So we're not doing that anymore. Okay, so like,
Yeah,
you know
Germany,
how
shut
you're
up.
Berlin, and
Just
then
shut
you go
up.
West, and then you get sad. Yeah. Well, what if you couldn't? What do you mean? What if we built a wall? China, I know you love your walls, even more than violin lessons.
Berlin Wall time, baby.
Right. Yeah, maybe we should get...
Except that wasn't Germany's idea. Okay, that was really the Soviet puppets in Berlin. They were the ones that put that wall up because of the mass migration from East Berlin to West Berlin, from the communist side to the, I guess, Western occupied capitalist side.
From France first? I mean, they are your neighbors.
See you back.
Right. Yeah, maybe we should get an opinion from France first. I mean, they are your neighbors. Yeah, where are they?
What was France doing?
It's okay, France, you're safe now. But Germany looks so mad at me.
Should they be mad
Can I sit in
anymore?
that chair? Oh,
Can't be mad anymore.
okay, it's ready. Oh,
Oh, do you agree? Do you agree though with this response by France that they're just going to appease Germany now after we invaded twice? I don't think so. I got to stand up with the French in this one. I don't know. What do y'all think? Think the French are just going to be bootlickers now?
everybody hit the deck! Well, I think that's enough progress for today. Should we order some food? Well, since we played such a big role in ending the war,
Okay.
I think we should have some authentic English
Ew.
cuisine.
Ew.
Sure thing. Can we get some boiled socks in here? That's fine, but I'm having trouble picking a side.
Yeah, we gotta bring up the joke, right? With the British, the food joke, right? They're known for crappy food. Although they had a monopoly on the spice trade. Why is your food so bland and bad? You colonized the entire planet. How did you not bring the best food all over? And to be honest, I hear that when you go to, I haven't been to England, but like best foods, like you go get some curry in London or something like that, you know, something not, or get some donar or something like something not British. All right, Italy, you got to come in with some good food though. Come
Sure
on.
thing. Can we get
Italy's the
some boiled
goat.
socks in here? That's fine, but I'm having trouble picking
Boiled
a
sock.
side. We know.
Let's go
That's
back
fine,
to
but
the
I'm having trouble picking a side.
All right, you know the joke with this: Italy has fought on different sides in both the wars. World War I was probably the weirdest one because it was like they were part of the, you know, what would eventually be the Central Powers, like the pre-war alliance. They were supposed to be that. Then the war breaks out, and they didn't necessarily agree with the terms of how, you know, their terms of their treaty, the treaty that they had. So they felt like they could get out of that alliance, and then ended up joining the Allies, right? The Western, well, I guess not Western Allies because Russia on one side, but you know what I mean? Joining that, and that was specifically because they wanted territory from Austro-Hungarian Empire. And so they joined the Allies, but then of course they do a flip because fascists take over in Italy, and they end up joining, and Mussolini and Hitler end up becoming buds and all that stuff. So they're all over the place. And basically for them, it was just like, what regime is in power? And I feel like with Italy, it was like, I'm going to pick the side that I feel like we could get the most out of. And I feel like they kind of tried to do that in the wars. And obviously in the Second World War, they chose the wrong side. They chose poorly.
We know.
All right. Final thoughts. All right. Funny stuff. His skit comedy really is, it's funny. And I love it when he hits onto the, you know, the history stuff. And yeah, he gets a little bit, he'll get, little raunchy with it, and you know, kind of he'll hit the touchy dark subjects, you know. So if you're into that, hopefully if you like this, you'll see more of his stuff coming around. I do want to know though, if you guys want to see me cover more of this stuff, and obviously I'll be able to tell by the views, but I love historical like skit comedy. If I ever become like a full-time YouTuber one day, I'd love to get into doing more of that. I've done a few things if you've seen some of my original the history skits that I've done, but I'd love to do some of those in the future if I again was a full-time YouTuber, but I'm not. But to get into that kind of stuff. So anyway, all right, with that, y'all, we'll see you next time.